The story of the Goku who was born with God Ki has taken us through all of Dragon Ball, to the battle against the Saiyans and defeating the manipulative Emperor Freeza. On the way back from Namek, Goku couldn't help but think about what Freeza said to him in his dying breath. Freeza called Goku a Super Saiyan God. Goku asks Piccolo what that could mean, and Piccolo actually has an answer for him. Remember, Piccolo now has the wisdom and knowledge of the Grand Elder Guru. With that knowledge, he's fully aware of the Namekian Book of Legends, which contains a prophetic story. The tale was of a courageous, pure-hearted Saiyan who transformed into a Super Saiyan alongside his 5 base Saiyan allies. They fought against the oppressive, evil rule of the other Saiyans. However, this Saiyan died in battle, and legend has it, his spirit wanders the universe in search of a new Saiyan savior, the Super Saiyan God. Though, there should be a ritual for that to occur, so it does seem weird that Goku would have that ability since birth. Goku wonders if he even is the Super Saiyan God, since he didn't go through a ritual, but Piccolo quells any doubts by informing him that when his ki disappears in that red-haired state, he is using what is known as God Ki. Ritual or not, Goku is a Super Saiyan God. Goku asks if this ancient Saiyan was also a Super Saiyan God, but Piccolo scoffs at the question. He already said that that was just a Super Saiyan, whatever that is. And since the Super Saiyan God was a new savior, that would make Goku the first one. I wonder what a Super Saiyan is. I guess it doesn't matter too much. I guess that makes Gohan the second Super Saiyan God though, huh? I hope he's been training. On Earth, Gohan is trying his best to control his god powers. The mental ability required to even use the power at will was something that seemed insurmountable to Gohan, but he was slowly getting there. The journey back to Earth went by fairly quickly, and once they got back to Earth, several years passed in what felt like an instant. During that time, Piccolo and Goku have been training with Gohan, helping the child to master his god state beyond just mind, and instead embody as well. They were able to convince Chi-Chi of this because Chi-Chi was scared that that power would come out if he ever went to a school. What you may have noticed though, is that future Trunks hasn't arrived in this timeline, and that's because of 2 reasons. For starters, the change in this story is at Goku's birth. This should be well before any conceivable time reverb damage could affect. For those who don't know, one theory about time travel is it not only causes changes from the point you traveled to onwards, but it also affects things that happened before the point that you traveled back to. That's just a theory though. The second reason is that some people don't like Trunks' timeline being a constant in what ifs, and so I wanted to give you guys a story where it isn't. Help diversify the pool of what ifs a bit. Anyway, let's get back into it. As time continued to pass in the mountains in a secret lab, Dr. Gero is looking to make the ultimate being, Cell. The Doctor has been keeping an eye on Goku and Piccolo and is realizing that they have surpassed all of his current creations. Based off the power readings from Piccolo, these few years of training have pushed the 2 warriors beyond the powers of androids 16 through 20. The last resort had to happen. Dr. Gero funneled all of his time and resources into Project Cell, the artificial life form made from the cells of Goku, Piccolo, and even Freeza, as the DNA collection bots followed Goku to Namek in this version of events. Once Cell absorbs the dormant androids 17 and 18, he'll be completely unstoppable. Since Dr. Gero is giving Cell his full attention, he's growing at a remarkable rate, and by the time of age 767, he's fully grown. Meanwhile, while training with Goku and Gohan, Piccolo suggests that they collect the Dragon Balls and have them ready to use in case they're ever needed again. Once the Dragon Balls are collected, Piccolo brings them to Kami's lookout where they can be kept safe. Maybe it's his guru side telling him to do this, but he's not sure. While he's up there, Piccolo and Kami speak for the first time in years.
So, you've come back to this place after all these years. And I see you've brought company.
Piccolo was confused because he was completely alone. But then he realized what Kami meant. Nail and Guru are within him.
You're not the same Piccolo you were so long ago. I'd even go so far as to call you an ally. So, from one ally to another, let me warn you. Something on the world below is stirring. The breeze carries a scent of evil, and nature is unsettled by something unnatural. Be warned, these Dragon Balls may be needed in a short time.
Piccolo's face was calm, but his heart shuddered. The wisdom of Grand Elder Guru had Piccolo noticing the same things, but he didn't want to believe it. He waves goodbye to Kami and goes back to Mount Paozu. Back in Jiro's secret lab, Cell emerges in his imperfect form, and Dr. Gero looks ecstatic. He tells Cell what his purpose is and the revenge they will take upon Goku. Cell looks back at Dr. Gero and speaks for the first time.
Fighting Goku sounds entertaining.
With a whip of his tail, he destroys Dr. Gero.
But I'll fight him on my terms.
Cell's ki was normal ki, not God ki like Goku or Gohan's transform states, so that could be sensed, and it alerted Goku and Piccolo to Cell's existence. Piccolo instantly realized that this was the thing he had been warned about by Kami, the thing that had unsettled him so very much. Goku doesn't know instant transmission in this version of events, so they had to fly over to this power they were sensing. So long as this was its full power, they should be able to take care of it for sure. But that wasn't the case. As they were flying over, they felt its power rise sharply and quickly. Cell had made its way to the main lab and absorbed Android 17. He moved over to Android 18, and as he absorbs her, Goku and Piccolo arrive. They're no match for him now. He's in the middle of his transformation, and Piccolo grabs Goku's arm, turning around and flying as fast as he can towards the lookout. They can't win if they stay here, and they can't die if they want to win. Piccolo uses telepathy to contact Gohan and tells him to make his way towards the lookout immediately. Gohan understands and flies at full speed towards the lookout as well. Then, without warning, Cell entered the minds of Goku, Piccolo, and Gohan. He's part Piccolo after all.
Run. As fast as you can run. Your fear is my entertainment.
Goku tells Piccolo to let Goku fly instead. If he uses his God form, then Cell can't track their ki to the lookout, and Piccolo tells Gohan to do the same.
That mysterious power flows from your body once again, Son Goku. Luckily, I am just like you. No, I'm better than you. I will master that power as well. In 2 days, you'll see that I am the true God amongst us, the God of Fear.
With that, Cell exited their minds, and they arrived at the lookout. Piccolo tells them that they need to use the Room of Spirit and Time for 2 days. They're gonna need all the training time they can get if they're gonna win this fight. Since Piccolo can survive entirely on water, all three could enter the Room of Spirit and Time at once, meaning they could get maximum value out of their training. Kami looks to them as they're about to enter, and he thinks it over.
Piccolo,
The former Demon King turns around to God.
the world doesn't need a god now. It needs a warrior.
Piccolo understands, but questions what will happen to the Dragon Balls.
With the wisdom of the Grand Elder and I see no reason you cannot maintain the Dragon Balls yourself.
Piccolo places his hand on Kami's chest.
I pass my title on to you. Become the god I never could be. Defend this planet as I never could. King, warrior, guru, and now, God.
Kami and Piccolo merge. The title of God has been passed on to the former Demon King. The redemption of the nameless Namekian had come full circle. They all enter the Room of Spirit and Time to begin their training. While they're in there, Cell begins to master his God Ki, learning how to access the power that was his birthright. The 2 years in the Room of Spirit and Time were rigorous, but Goku came to a similar conclusion while inside as he did in the original version of events. They had to make the God form feel like their base state, advance the form to a point that there was no strain on their bodies when using it. When they emerged from the Room of Spirit and Time, they stood far above where they were when they entered it. Piccolo had the edge in terms of raw power when they went in, but through the mastering of the God form and training in it, Goku and Gohan caught up to him quickly, and they maintained near equal power the whole time. Before powering up, they all leave the lookout and begin to try and locate Cell, but they can't sense him at all. Piccolo powers up, and instantly, Cell enters their minds.
So, you've come out of hiding at last, and it seems like you're more powerful now. I mastered that god power, whatever it is, in mere hours. The 2-day wait became a courtesy for you rather than a necessity. That being said, I did have my fun while you were running from me.
Cities had been toppled, and citizens of the world were terrified. The utopia Cell sought was one ruled by fear and chaos. A world where everyone lived in fear of the monster in the shadows. That would be his fun.
Why don't you come home, Goku? I'm waiting for you here.
They make their way to Mount Paozu, and right outside of Goku's home was Cell, waiting for him. Chi-Chi hadn't noticed Cell, but she was still inside. As they land, though, Chi-Chi sees them through the window and is about to run out. She's nervous because they had been gone for days, and the news was talking about worldwide devastation. But then she sees Cell, and fear covers her face. Goku yells to Chi-Chi to stay inside, and she does. Her eyes tell Goku all he needs to hear. Protect Gohan. Goku walks up to Cell, and they face each other down. There's a quiet rage in Goku that's about to be unleashed. Coming to Mount Paozu was a taunt to Goku. Cell was saying he could kill her if he wants to. Goku won't let Cell get away with this. Next week, in Part 5 of What If Goku Was Born with God Ki. Thank you very much for watching.